guys, welcome back to my channel. That sounded like Jeffree Star. We don't condone that behavior here. Anyway, thank you for coming back after that last video. I know it's been like a month since I uploaded, but here I am. So today I will be answering your frequently asked questions. Okay, so the question that I got the most was how I got into like old music and 70s music and stuff. So, story time. I was dating this guy and, okay, I'll start a little farther back. So, it's really embarrassing, but I started listening to the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack, and then I made it into a playlist called like oldies and stuff, and added a few things to it. There was like Supertramp on there, and Queen, and so I was listening to a few, there was Creedence Clearwater Revival on there. Some good stuff, but definitely I didn't delve into it. You know, I just kind of stayed service level. It's pretty basic, I know. And then I was dating this guy, and he took me to see the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. And I started listening to more Queen. And then eventually that went into like Elton John, David Bowie, Fleetwood Mac, all that kind of stuff. So I know you guys wanted something like I was raised on David Bowie or something, but that's not what happened. I grew up and realized that I needed to stop listening to Weezer. So I made a change. I didn't come out of the womb listening to the Bee Gees. Which is fine, you know. I find that some people in the vintage / retro community tend to gatekeep people. Like, if you weren't raised on this certain music, then you have no business listening to it. If you only know like the band's most popular songs, then you're not good enough. No, start with the most popular songs. That's how you get into the less popular songs. You know, you don't delve into Queen and think, oh yeah, I'm gonna listen to March of the Black Queen, you know? No, you start with Bohemian Rhapsody and Don't Stop Me Now, and then you work your way into like the Millionaire Waltz. Stuff like that, you know? Don't feel bad about not knowing all the underground / less liked songs, you know? As a community, I think we can definitely be more inclusive, and be nicer, and help each other find those other songs, if that makes sense. And that kind of segues us into what got me into the vintage community. So I was listening to this old music, right, and I didn't really think much about the fashion at the time because I was listening to, you know, more hard rock, kind of, like Motley Crue, Led Zeppelin, not hard rock, but I wasn't listening to like the flowery Beatles or like the Velvet Underground at that time. So I actually didn't get into vintage fashion until the beginning of this year. I'm sure you all know her, Devin Crimson. I watched some of her videos and I was like, wow, I want to look like her. I mean, I always kind of had this obsession with Stevie Nicks and all her cool outfits. So I watched some of Devin's videos and I started like practicing, you know, the 70s hair, looked up like Farrah Fawcett hair tutorials, and then got into like the 60s hair and stuff. So I started with the hair and makeup, because it's hard to find cheap, cute, vintage / vintage looking clothes, and I work a part-time minimum wage job, so I don't have the money to like go into an actual vintage store and buy something. I was going into Goodwill and Value Village and buying these like $2 shirts, and I thought like, hey, I could layer this with something and make it look like a mod outfit or something, you know? And then I also get a lot of my clothes off of Depop, but you kind of have to finesse the sellers because they're gonna try and give you like really expensive prices, but if you can bargain your way down a bit, that's key. So that's where I get my clothes. If you can get into like group chats with other people that are into the vintage stuff, then that builds connections. You can do collabs with people and meet lots of cool people. So that's my advice to you. And the next question, this is like the third most asked question I got, was my hair care routine. So I actually made a little video which we'll play now. Okay, so it's pretty easy. I just start by washing my hair, and then I put it in this old t-shirt that I'm using as a head towel because it's better for your hair. You can use any t-shirt, really, it doesn't matter. I'm actually using this old David Bowie shirt, forgive me. Next, I use this hair oil by Tresemme. I use it more as like a leave-in conditioner because I don't use actual conditioner. So you just get a little in your hand and then rub it through the ends of your hair and like the middle part. You just don't want to use it on your roots because your hair makes its own natural oils there. So I really want to work that oil into my hair. And then I just grab a comb and brush out my bangs so that they can dry in the style that I want them to. Very nice. I personally don't use a blow dryer. I only air dry my hair because I try to stay away from using as much heat as possible. So then as you're letting your hair air dry, you just want to like mess with it a lot. I tend to scrunch it and really just play around with it. I also only use bar shampoo. That's a whole other video in itself. And sometimes when my sister isn't here, I steal her leave-in conditioner because I really like it, but don't tell her that. Okay, so my hair is about halfway dry here. It's been 30 minutes. I'm going to continue to scrunch it and mess around with it until it is completely dry. And basically that's really all I do with my hair. That is the extent of my hair care routine. Here's the finished product. It's mostly dry here. So thank you for the question. So next, somebody asked me if I like the Velvet Underground and Nico. I just recently started listening to the Velvet Underground and Nico, and I kind of fell in love with Lou Reed. I mean, who doesn't? I do love a lot of their music. I haven't gotten into like the, more than like the basic few tracks. You know, I love Sweet Jane and Who Loves the Sun and I Found a Reason, there's Femme Fatale, you know, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I do really enjoy the Velvet Underground and Nico, so if you guys could put like some song recommendations, even Lou Reed, if you want to do his solo work, I'll go ahead and listen to that too, so just comment that down below. Next question is TV show recommendations. I don't watch a ton of TV shows. I'm more of a movie kind of person, but my comfort show is definitely New Girl. I never get tired of watching it. Ozark was pretty good. It's not really my thing, but me and my sister watched it, and I enjoyed it. We didn't finish the first season, though. What else? I mean, I've watched The Walking Dead. It's alright. I don't watch a lot of TV shows because I get too hooked on them, and then I want to watch another one, and another one, and another one, and then it's like midnight, and I have school tomorrow. So yeah, I'm more of a movie person. I only watch... Wow, this video is really exposing me, isn't it? I only watch horror and sci-fi. I don't do romance, I don't do comedy, I don't do like period films. I do love Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, so if you want to count that as like fantasy, then I'm down for that. The last question for today is, what is my coffee order? Specifically Dutch Bros. So we have this coffee chain up in the Northwest. It's probably everywhere else too, but it's called Dutch Bros, and what I order, I get the same thing every time. I probably like come up to the drive-thru and be like, oh my god, it's the Billie Jean bitch. But anyway, I get a Billie Jean Breve iced, and if I'm feeling bougie, then I'll get a soft top. But usually I don't have that extra 50 cents to spend. So, and at Starbucks, I'm not a huge fan of Starbucks just because I I call it my frou-frou coffee. I don't like coffee that tastes like coffee. I like the sugary sweet coffee. So Starbucks is a little too real for me. So if I'm gonna go to Starbucks, I usually get the iced lemonade peach green tea. I can never say it. Whatever it is, whatever you want to call that, that's what I get. So that was all the questions. I actually had a really fun time doing this. Next, I will be uploading that makeup tutorial that I said I'd do forever ago. So stay tuned for that. Maybe turn on post notifications and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching so much. Mwah!